Minister of Water, Environment and Climate Change, Matthew Samuda, says the National Water Commission has invested in new tanks, reservoirs, improved pipelines, and expanded water treatment capacity to strengthen the country's water systems and better serve Jamaicans. He shared the details during a ministerial update with the Jamaica Information Service. Jamaica's water utility agency, the National Water Commission, operates two major raw water storage facilities. The first supplies the nation's capital, Kingston, and its surrounding environs, the Mona Reservoir in St. Andrew. The second storage facility is the Hermitage Dam in rural St. Andrew. However, at certain periods of the year, we often hear that they are running low.
The primary challenge is not storage. It is a challenge, but it's not the primary challenge. The primary challenge is your distribution network. As the OUR reports annually for the last 40 or so years in its annual report, we have a very high NRW, non-revenue water, water that is not accounted for, meaning water that you pump, it leaves your pumping station, but you're never able to bill for it, meaning it leaks out some way along the way, either because of genuine leaks or theft.
Minister Samuda says they are working to correct this issue.
10 years ago, we embarked on a journey to deal with Kingston and St. Andrew and Portmore as a pilot project. That pilot project has achieved leak reduction of 50%. So Kingston was at approximately 71% in 2016. It's now at 38%.
On the matter of expansion, he says the Mona Reservoir is unfinished and studies are being done to see the feasibility of continuing the plans set by the colonial government's Public Works Department in the 1940s.
So we're working in parallel. There's initial engineering designs being done to facilitate the increase in storage for the Mona Reservoir. But we're just doing some checks to ensure that what we assume to be available water is in fact the available water. But there are other elements that would support Mona. That first one is indeed the replacement of the Yallas supply pipeline. That's what brings the raw water from the Yallas River into the Mona Reservoir.
And as for the Hermitage Dam?
We've already started the engineering process and the design process. We expect to be able to sign a full development contract next year for Hermitage Dam that will see the deployment over 7 years, because it will take 7 years construction, to do a $250 million dam wall expansion.
While the N.W.C continues to work on supply improvement, Jamaicans are being urged to conserve water and reduce non-essential use, helping to ensure that there is enough for our homes, schools, hospitals, and other essential services. 7 parishes will face water prohibition from Monday, August 17, as the government moves to tighten restrictions amid worsening drought conditions. Under the water prohibition, the N.W.C's water supply should not be used for irrigation or watering of gardens, lawns, grounds, and farms, refilling or supplying of ponds or swimming pools, and or for use other than normal domestic services such as drinking, cooking, washing, bathing, and sanitation. There should be no use of N.W.C's water supply for washing of vehicles by the use of a hose, watering or washing of roadways, pavements, paths, garages, or outrooms. Any activity requiring excessive or unusual quantities of water.